We are back with Janae Adams from Debt Sucks University and Nathan Grant from MoneyTips. They're answering all your money and debt questions right now. One question that we just got in is, my rent is going up several $100s a month, but I can't afford to move. What do I do? Nathan, any suggestions?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that you have to do in any situation where you're seeing an increase in a bill and you don't know how you're going to handle it, first thing you want to do is contact, in this case, it would be your landlord or rental company, and see if there's any wiggle room, any negotiations that can happen, because you're never going to know if you don't ask. So that's kind of like the first starting point. If it still seems like you don't have much wiggle room there, then you can look into things like assistance programs. You can look into what other areas of your life you can free up some money until maybe you can get over the hump, possibly looking into a second source of income. But before you make any of those big steps, you have to kind of see what your options are. And if there's a program or an option that your landlord could offer to you, you want to find that out first before you pull the trigger on anything that could cause further issues down the road, provide debt that you don't need on top of other stuff you already have, to hopefully overcome the situation the best you can.
And a great resource is always to call 211. They can help navigate you to some of those different programs to help out as well. Of course, it's not just rent going up, though. Home prices are just crazy right now. Janae, what would you say to someone who's deciding whether or not they want to buy a house?
I would definitely say house and prices are crazy, super crazy for the last year and a half, like really ridiculous. And so anybody that's looking to buy a house, and I've told a lot of people who are first time home buyers that want to be, that you really need to be patient. Right now, the market is overheated. People are buying homes $100,000 over asking price, sight unseen, which means they haven't even seen the house. A lot of Wall Street is buying up houses so they can be America's landlords. You don't want to be a part of that, because it's overpriced. Because in the next couple of years, you could see a significant drop in housing prices. And what happens to that? When the housing value go down, your mortgage does not go down. If you took out a mortgage for $300,000 and that house goes down to $200,000 in value, guess what? You're $100,000 undervalued on that home. And that's not what you want.
Okay, this is a really interesting situation. Someone writes in, I'm 60 years old, my home is paid for. Should I sell it and buy a cheaper home to start over and pocket some cash?
So in my opinion, I would say no, because if you sell your house, you will not find another one. And all the all the rental prices, as we heard from that other viewer, is going up. Both the housing market and the rental market is in a winning position, and they're in the driver's seat. So you don't want to sell your paid for house and have to go and find something expensive to stay in for an apartment, or have to move into a family member's home. Wait till this market cools completely down. I know you feel that you're going to miss out on some money, but if you're not ready to stay at a high price apartment or stay with a family member, stay in your home.
So speaking of staying with family, oh, go ahead, Nathan.
I was just going to chime in and say also, in that position in particular, you've built up all this equity and you don't have a mortgage payment anymore. You're kind of in the best position. So you don't want to jump the gun just because, like Janae was saying, you might feel the temptation to do something that might not be in your best interest. So you might want to, be a little patient and do a little more research before you pull the trigger.
We are also getting a lot of questions in about what impacts your credit score and how. We're going to talk about that on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.